I'm going to leave it open for like 3 minutes, and then that's it. So I'll send it, and you can pin it, and then there you go. And the point is confessional, okay? So I'm going to do something similar to, you know, what I've done with the therapy streams, and it is, you know, I'm going to have text-to-speech say your problem or whatever and then I'm also doing like a random number generator. So there's not a chance in hell we do all of these. But, you know, whatever the number generator says, that's what we're going to do. And the ones that are just like closed, you would be correct. It is now open. There we go. It's open now. It's open. It's fine. It's open now. You're fine. I don't know how you guys missed it, dude. It was on my Instagram stories and the Discord. I've done all I could possibly do. All right, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I had put up the green screen. I could have switched to the couch cam and done this whole thing. But I can't operate my computer from the couch. Whew, let's go. I'm assuming these are going to be much longer than the advice segment. Than the, like, submissions on the advice. These will be, like, full-ass stories. So let's get into this, okay? Here's the thing, guys. So I, right now, am acting... Let's roleplay for a second. I'm the pastor, okay? And you are the sinner, right? You've sinned. Yearning for the minds, think of the one gifted. You've sinned, and you've walked into the confessional booth, okay? And you've sat down, and you're talking to the confessional booth, and I'm the pastor, and you're saying your sins, right? And I will decide whether or not you will be forgiven or not, okay? That's what's happening right now. I always thought it was weird, like, the idea of a confessional booth. I've talked about this before, but, you know, like pastors are, you know, I think they do that in Catholicism. Pretty weird, you know, for a boy to go in there and be like, Father, forgive me, I've been masturbating. And he's like, interesting. God wants more details about this. Oh, tell me more about this predicament and this sin. All right, random number generator. Here we are. I've got 25 random numbers laid out in front of me, and now it's time. Oh, fuck. These are, like, too long to proofread. That's the problem. So if we get one and it's an absolute stinker, we can just all chat stinker. We can just all say stinker. Okay. I have a lot of confessions. I can confess some of my things as well in between. I just saw one that reminded me of one of my confessions. I've got a lot that I'm taking to the grave. All right, here we go. The first confession. Speak, child. Tell me your sins.
One time a couple years back I was babysitting a baby, and because I was around 12 I didn't really care, so I was on my phone instead of watching him. Right next to me he somehow found an entire pack of cigarettes and tore it apart and I think ate a few. Never told anyone and got so scared I never babysat again. Probably for the better. Think G-Man will let me in after this one?
Yes, you will be forgiven. Oh, that's fine, dude. Babies probably ate cigarettes all the time back in, like, the 50s, you know? That baby is probably doing just fine, and it's probably okay and healthy, and a healthy baby, it's probably fine. That baby is probably okay. It didn't smoke the cigarettes, it just ate the cigarettes. I think ate a few is hilarious. Somehow found an entire pack of cigarettes and tore it apart, and I think ate a few. I mean, that probably fucked that baby up, honestly, for a while. Surely he didn't die. Let me look this up. Can babies die? Can babies die from eating cigarettes? Ingesting cigarettes can cause vomiting, sweating, drowsiness, tiredness, shaking, confusion, seizures, and even death. If your child develops symptoms or could have had contact with cigarettes, call IPC. So you knowingly, that's hilarious. This person knew this. This person knew that this baby had eaten like at least 2 cigarettes and did not say shit. And they're like, oh, here's your baby. It was great. It was fine. You know, she was great. She played and it was fun. And here's your baby back. Don't call me if it starts throwing up and having a seizure. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, that's awesome. They probably didn't die. But, oh God, maybe they just got hooked on it. Now this baby has been eating cigarettes for years. They got a little taste, and now, you know, they're however old, 14 now, and just still eating cigarettes. Deputy, thank you for the 4 months. That's the thing about babies. They can die very easily. If you're not watching them at all times, they can get into something. They could die. They hate Sam. 420. Thank you for the one gifted. All right. Next one. Doo-doo-doo. Not ball. Thank you for the prime sub. Oh my god, I forgot to show you guys. I got new shoes. I'm wearing shoes in the house because I got new shoes. Everyone's been making fun of my fucky ass Reeboks. New shoes. Hey. New shoes. Yeah. So yeah. Shoes in the house? Yeah, dude, because they look sick as shit. Because they look fucking awesome. Tattoo haul? What, like I went to Walmart and bought a bunch of tattoos? I'm not broke no more. Let's go. No, I just don't buy anything. Let's see. 765 is the next one. Dude, New Balance is goated, bruh. New Balance is goated. If I ever start wearing designer, I need you guys to pride check me. I need you guys to check me, okay? There's certain streamers that you hit a certain point, all of a sudden you're throwing together designer fits that don't even make goddamn sense. All right, I start wearing designer, you know, ego check me a little bit. You got to be like, yo, you look fucking ridiculous right now. Oh my god, this one is sad. I don't know why I'm in such a giddy mood tonight. I'm giddy. I'm using words like giddy, not, you know, of the Josh variety. Saucy Fernando, thank you for the 5 months. Jimbo, thank you for the 6 months. Here we go.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I used to be with this guy for about 1.5 years, and towards the end of the relationship I realized that I hate having sex with him.
Right, that'll put a
so much so
on it.
that I would have to think about other people while he was in me, and that would be the only way I could get off.
Oh, God.
I felt so bad about it every time we would do it, and then a month later he cheated, so I guess that makes it even.
Oh, there we go. Perfect fairy tale ending. He was probably thinking about someone else too, and then decided to act on it also. Yikes. Yowza. Yowza. Very sad. If you, let me, word of advice for the people out there. If you're in a relationship and you have to think about someone else to come while you guys are making sweet love, you know, you probably should be with someone else. Probably should think about, the only person you should be thinking about is like, I don't know, some gross old lady just so you don't come in 30 seconds. You know, that's the only thing you should be thinking about if you're thinking about another person. All drowning, thank you for the 3 months. Oh, that's hilarious. Or also you should be thinking about God and how you're upsetting him and shitting on the Bible for having premarital sex, okay? Yeah, that's the myth. That's the myth, okay, of consent, because there's always a third person you forgot to ask, and it's Jesus Christ. And it's Jesus Christ. All right, next one. Yeah, that one, there's not really much to say to that one. It's just kind of depressing. But, you know, he cheated, so, you know, they both weren't into each other. Okay, see, this one sucks. I gotta find some confession near this one. This one just says, priests are kind of fit. That's not a confession at all. What does that even mean? I'm trying to find one that isn't just an absolute just shitty stinker. I know there's silence as I'm trying to find one, I'm sorry. But sometimes you just get stuck in a pocket of just ones that absolutely suck wiener. I can't, this one might suck, I don't know. Just let me know if it's stinker or nah, okay? Is it weird for Trump and Biden to go inch for the debate? I think that's what you do to decide who's the president. Let me know if this is a stinker or nah.
Here to cleanse myself of my deepest, darkest secret. Strapping, cause this one might give some whiplash. So at the ripe age of 13 I stumbled onto Twitter. But not just any Twitter. NSFW Twitter.
I already don't like where this is going. I already don't like it because you said 13 and then you're on NSFW Twitter. Okay.
So at the ripe age of 13 I stumbled onto Twitter. But not just any Twitter. NSFW Twitter. For as long as I can remember I've been very hypersexual, so I've known about NSFW stuff for a while.
Okay.
I was in a really bad depressive episode at the time, so I decided to make a Twitter account on NSFW Twitter and pretended to be not a minor. Because of that I may or may not have found out that you could sell YK photos of yourself on there, so since I was really lacking positive attention.
Oh man, dude. Man, I was hoping this would be like a fun thing that we all did, and it would be confessions like, babies eating cigarettes. I mean, that's it. That's literally it. It just says they use the money to buy Nintendo gift cards and buy Animal Crossing. And it says, please cleanse me of my sins. I desperately need it. Why would you choose that one? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The whole chat was like, the silence is deafening. The silence is so loud. You gotta just pick one, and then we decide if it's a sticker or not. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I had no idea. Interesting. 13. Not cool to do. I don't know if I can cleanse you of this sin. I don't know if I'm at liberty. I think we need to call in an actual professional pastor for that one. Mackenzie, thank you for the 5 gifted. Next one. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna vet them a little bit more. 542. Yeah, I don't know if we'd call it a stinker, but, definitely insanely heavy to drop just now. Let's see. 542. You guys hear that shit? Yeah. Yep. Maya Rosa, thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate it. I guess I did say in the Google Doc, or the Google form, your deepest, darkest confession, so. Sub Dimples, thank you for the 1 gifted. And, this is perfect that there are ads right now, because I'm trying to find. This one is a lot more difficult than the advice one. Because some of these, they'll start out relatively normal, and then they'll just go into absolute lunacy. Whereas, I used my mom's back massager as a vibrator. Hard stop there. And then they were like, to your stream one time. So then it's like, okay, well, you just ruined it. There's no way that's true. All right, here's this one. I'm going to wait till the ads are done. Sadie, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Thank you. All right, are we back from the ads? Back from the ads or nah? Back from the ads or nah? Back from the ads. Perfect.
When I was about 5 to 6, I stole over $200 from my mom's Christmas funds and buried it in the backyard of the house we no longer live in and haven't lived in for 10 years. She still doesn't know where it went. Sorry, Mom.
Queen shit, bruh. Yeah. Hey, certified bag chasing. Certified flexer. Certified finesser. Okay? Don't know what to tell you, dude. Let's go. Certified finesser. Bag chaser. That's crazy. 5 to 6? 5 years old, you stole $200 and buried it in the backyard that you no longer live in? I feel like we're missing details from this. Because if you buried it in the backyard, did you ever use it? Or you just took $200 and buried it in the backyard and then you guys moved? About their money, bruh, since 5 years old. JR the Red. Thank you for the tier 2 sub. Appreciate it. What's the address? I don't know. We could all go there and we could try and find the $200, like an Easter egg hunt or something. I wonder if it's still there. Like those time capsule things. Sub Dimples. Thank you for the 1 gifted. That's like, if you're not even using the money, you're just doing it for the love of the game, dude. You're just doing it for the love of the game. Not even spending the money, just the love of the game. Just the love of chaos. I used to do that, not like steal money, but when I was around 5 years old, I would do shit. I just discovered like lying and being just like a little deviant, So I remember there was this kid in preschool. There was this preschool kid that would like always, during playtime, he'd go for like the construction hats. He'd go for the construction hats every time. And I was like, and he'd pretend to be a construction guy. And I was like, I wonder what happens if I just hid the construction hat, So one day I just hid it before playtime. And he freaked the fuck out. And I was like 4 years old being like, yes, yeah, dude. I love this. I love chaos. Brianna, thank you for the 5 gifted. There's like 4 people that are like, yap. And you're sending like 7 messages in a row. You're the real yapper, motherfucker. All right, let me go on tangents. That's what we do here. I don't know if you're new here, but we go on tangents. We read something and then we go on a little tangent. We go to Tangent Town. Okay? It is in fact a just chatting stream. Lexi Johnson, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Dun 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 dun. All right. Next one. Oh, pick an earlier submission. I am bound by random.org number generator, so that's what I'm going by. That's what I'm going by. All right, 646. And if you're saying, like, move on because, you know, at the chance of getting to your submission, we're not getting to your submission. We're just not. Statistically, no fucking way, dude. Statistically, no. I'd hate to break it to you, but there's a slim chance. There's a 1.2% chance, actually, to be exact. All right. Here's this one.
I used to pet sit this dog in my neighborhood who was really old and had a huge tumor, and a few days after the last time I pet sit him, he passed away. R.I.P. Willis.
Rest in peace, Willis, bruh. Rest in peace, Willis. So this is a confession stream, where I'm reacting to your confessions. So, are you alluding to the fact that you killed this dog? Are you omitting a detail because you killed this dog? Is that what's happening right now? It seems like he killed the dog. I don't know what to tell you. That's the vibe that I'm getting, is that this anonymous person murdered Willis. This dog had a huge tumor, and a few days after the last time I pet sit him, he passed away. Normally, I would assume this is a coincidence, but since you submitted it during the confession stream, I'm going to say that you killed him. I'm going to say that you killed him. And whatever you did the last time you dog sat him, killed Willis. What you talking about, Willis? You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about right now? Only real ones will get that reference. Only real ones will get this reference. What are you talking about, Willis? My dog died of cancer, like, shortly after I saw him. That's like me sending a confession and being like, my dog died of cancer right after I saw him. As if it's my fault somehow. Which maybe it was. I don't know. Oh, here's another dog one. Okay. 1557.
My dog ate up a tampon and I knew, but...
Ew, dude.
My dog ate up a tampon and I knew, but I was little and scared, so I just threw it in my mom's plant pot and it's still there.
What?
My dog ate up a tampon and I knew, but I was little and scared, so I just threw it in my mom's plant pot and it's still there.
I don't even understand why. This one's just fucking stupid. I don't understand this one at all. So the dog ate up the tampon. So, few things. Was it new? Or was it used? Did he swallow it and shit it out? Or did he just chew it up and you took the chewed up tampon? Why would you not just put it in the garbage? That doesn't make any sense. Even regardless of if it was used or not, wouldn't you put it in the garbage instead of a plant pot? And also, I don't know how old you are now, but you're saying when I was little, alluding to you being much younger than you are now. So has this chewed up tampon just been in this plant pot for like 10 years? And then why? Is that how Willis died? These stories are intertwined. Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm not following this one, so I don't believe it. That literally, I can't even wrap my head around, like, I can't wrap my head around it. There's too many loose ends here. LOL fraud, thank you for the 6 months. Darlin, thank you for the 2 months. Preach. Beige, thank you for the 5 months. The Twilight Zone. Imagine a world where your dog eats a tampon. But in this universe, there are no trash cans, so you have to put it into potted plants. A lot of these are so... whatever, we'll just do this one.
I kissed my cousin when I was a kid, multiple times. I regret it deeply.
Okay, alright, well at least you regret it deeply, I guess. Thanks for playing Fart Reverb. At least you regret it deeply. Multiple times, dude. What are you talking about? What are we talking about right now? That doesn't even make sense. Eddie, thank you for the 2 months. Ew, bruh. Gross. Another one that's not even really a story. Like, what? Like, we're omitting details. Not that I want to know details about your incest, but I'm not getting a full picture here. Ew.
When I was a kid, I found my brother's fleshlight and didn't realize what it was, so I put my whole hand in it and walked around like I had a cast on.
Oh, ew. Yasasmalia, thank you for the 3 months. God damn, dude, that is gross. That is fucking gross. Again, needs more, a little bit more detail. Not crazy amount of detail, but like, how old were you? You must have seen the vagina on the fleshlight. So you must have been too young to even, like, understand what that was or understand that it was like gross and weird. So you're just like walking around. Also, why does he just have it out on like the counter or something? You know? Oh my god, Ratty Geezer, thank you for the tier 1 sub. And obviously, you know, there's an obvious main question here. Was it clean? Is probably the biggest question here. But, ew. Alright, next one. There's so many dog ones. You people are savages.
Fella, my dog eat my edibles and died BC. He ate so many and I told my parents he went missing to hide it.
I'm gonna fix your typos because this is funny. That's literally what I said about squash today. It's just like squash. Fuck.
Fella, my dog ate my edibles and died BC. He ate so many and I told my parents he went missing to hide it.
What do you mean you told your parents he went missing? You had to have buried him. Or thrown him in the dumpster or something. You can't be, you know, where's Patches? Oh, he's missing. I don't know. I don't know where he went. You had to cover up in a whole murder. You had to have buried this dog. He died because he ate so many. Hold on. Investigative time. I don't know if you can I know humans can't overdose on weed. There have been many instances of dogs dying after consuming concentrated medical-grade THC edibles. Edibles pose a particular risk due to their high THC concentration. But it is rare for a dog to die. But it has happened. Oh my god. Ugh. Funny if true. Well, I mean, not funny. Rest in peace to that dog, but goddamn. Alright. Many rare. Oh yeah. Wait a second. Alright, well I guess as with most things, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Because here it says many instances of dogs dying, and then down here it says rare. I think it means many instances with like high THC content. But if it's like a hybrid or something, it's rare maybe. It's got to, like THC is the harmful chemical. I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. Maybe I'll ask the people at the dispensary. Willis! Oh god, Willis. Wellicor, thank you for the prime sub. Rest in peace, Willis. It's all connected. Anyone tell you you look like the asparagus from VeggieTales? Okay, well, enjoy your ban, dude. All right, 7:05. Ooh, this one's fucking spicy. Goddamn, this one's fucking spicy as fuck. Where's Squash? He took too many edibles and died.
I have dated only one guy in my life, and we have been together for 6 years. We have been engaged for a year, and I'm starting to get cold feet about marriage. He's also emotionally unavailable and I'm starting to have a crush on his roommate. I feel horrible about it.
That guy watching the stream right now. Them watching the stream together right now. That's oddly specific. Okay, well, you know, if he's emotionally unavailable and you're getting cold feet, if you're getting cold feet about marriage, yeah, you know. Sometimes, here's the thing. What is the phrase? Fuck, what is the fucking phrase? There's an economics term for this. To break it down in economics language, people think that something is more valued because of the amount of time you've spent on it. When in reality, you can have a more high, you know, what you consider to be a high value relationship if you left that thing. But simply because of all the, like, time invested, you know, you think it's time lost, right? So if you're not, sunk cost fallacy, yes! I haven't been in college in 2 years, so that's what it is. The sunk cost fallacy. Exactly. Okay? So, you know, big brain, dude. Shout out all my business majors out there. Let's fucking go. Yeah, so, you know, if you're not interested in this guy and he's emotionally unavailable, don't be with him just because you've been with him for 6 years. Go fuck his roommate. That part is weird, though. That part is odd. That of all the people, his roommate? Come on, dude. Come on, bruh. On a meal? I've eaten meals. I'm not eating meat. Why not food? You want me to fucking chow down on chicken and rice in front of you guys instead of just killing this real quick and getting back to the stream? I'm just on the gain train, brother, man. Okay? I'm drinking these in between meals. Big boy. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Give me 1 second. This is vanilla flavor, which kind of looks like, you know, ejaculate, but it's not. My tongue is so white. Alright, donezo, dude. Yum. Yummy. It's vanilla protein, dude. It's vanilla protein. It's vanilla protein. That's why my tongue is so wide. I don't know what to tell you. Casey Bell, thank you for the one gifted. Hello, little buddy. All right, next one. I thought this would be interesting based off the first sentence, but it might just be. A lot of these are like, so I was talking to, just got the ick. Oh, fuck. Not a stranger on the internet having the ick for me. How will I survive? That's my plan. I'm going to ick everybody out, you know? No more horny edits ever again. I'm icking everybody out. Anyways, so a lot of these confessions are like, so I was talking to Jeffrey, and as it turns out, Jeffrey was talking to Elizabeth, and then Elizabeth was talking to James. But then I wanted James, but meanwhile, James is dating Serena. And I'm like, what? I'm not following that confession at all. All right, here we go.
When I was a dumb teenager, I used to hang out with gang members, and back then I was a petty little bitch. This guy had asked me to prom about a year before while he had a GF, and I hate cheaters, so one. I told her.
Okay, when I was a teenager, I used to hang out with gang members. And back then, I was a petty little bitch.
This guy had asked me to prom about a year before while he had a GF, and I hate cheaters, so one.
Gang member? What, for prom? Who? Gang members when you're 16 years old? Interesting.
This guy had asked me to prom about a year before while he had a GF, and I hate cheaters, so one. I told her in two. I started plotting. We're gonna call the cheater Leaf. Leaf was a drug dealer on the low, which is important for later.
Nice.
I had a best friend at the time who was dating one of said gang members that we would hang around, and we decided to set him up and have him robbed in broad daylight. Basically, my friend texted Leaf.
Wow, I was really iffy about this story in the beginning, but good fucking lord, what do you mean? So basically, we're gonna set up a sting operation for this guy and get him robbed in broad daylight. We're talking about like sophomores in high school right now. That's crazy.
Basically, my friend texted Leaf to meet her at a park around noon, and instead of us being there to meet him, he was met with the gang member boyfriend and another gang member. Both were strapped, if I remember correctly. Leaf didn't know they were there for him, so they walked up and yanked his bag before he even realized what was happening. He started yelling for help, but everyone was laughing. BC, they thought they were joking around and thought they were all cousins. BC, the old head, said something like, "Don't mind my cousin, he's slow." That bag had his money, drugs, and gun in it. Moral of the story is don't cheat.
Is that the fucking moral of the story? Yeah, this is definitely a Florida high school. Now, is this real? Probably not. I'm still not even following what the fuck happened. From what I can tell, this girl got asked to prom by a gang member while he had a girlfriend. So her plan was to rob this guy for some reason as payback. Also, if he's like a gang member and he's selling drugs and murdering people, I think cheating is like the least of his problems. You know, I think that's probably priority-wise on the bottom of his list. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not following this one at all. I don't know if it's real. The storytelling was all over the goddamn place. I have no idea. No fucking clue. Very hilarious, though, to be like, well, we'll just rob this guy. Leif Erikson. Oh my god, another dog one. I can't wait to see.
This girl at my school was paid $100 to put peanut butter down there and get noshed on by her own dog.
Get noshed on by her own dog? I've never heard that vernacular ever in my life. And get noshed on, bruh. Willis, no! Willis, you don't know what you're doing, Willis. No!
And then the video went all around school.
Okay, so it's not only... Who needs $100 that bad? Okay. That's crazy, dude. You, what? Oh, it's ad time? Oh, I'm sorry. No fucking way, bruh. No fucking way. Because then someone had to... Not only is this going around... Or not only do you have to do that for $100, you now have a video of it. Good lord. That happened at a school near me? Nice. Nice. Ad time. Ad time. I'm gonna do a story real quick while the ads are going on. And no one's gonna know. Alright, 962. This one's so fucking dumb. This one's so fucking dumb.
So on the beginning days of middle school I walked through the doors of my English classroom and my English teacher, who we will call Mrs. Breast for obvious reasons, was talking to me and I was very focused on something else.
Who we will call Mrs. Breast for obvious reasons. So we'll call Miss Boobs for obvious reasons. I've already proofread this one. It's ridiculous.
Focused on something else, and something in my lance started to rise. A boner at the worst time, and she saw it and let out a slight gasp. Me taking this as attraction, I asked her if she wanted my number and walked away.
Fucking ridiculous, dude. That's fucking ridiculous, bruh. Oh my god. Just making it so much worse. Being in 7th grade and taking that as like, oh yeah, huh? You like what you see, lady? Here you go, Miss Boobs. Here you go, Miss Breast. I mean, to hear that response and be like, hook, line, and sinker, I got you, bro. Yep, hooked. Oh my god, dude. We're gonna... I'm trying to skip to the part where he says, who we will call Miss Breast for obvious reasons. I mean, duh. I mean, obviously we're gonna call her Miss Breast. Oh my god. Serenity. Thank you for the 3 months. What did I miss? Where's the green screen? The green screen has been gone for a hot-ass minute. I'm trying to find one that isn't just like, you know, I got sucked and fucked by strangers or something. There's no fucking way this one's real. Real, thank you for the 7 months. Wow, speak of the devil.
One day I was at a church for a funeral and my pet snake was in my bag and he crawled up into the coffin, but nobody saw it, so I never said anything, and I think that he is still there.
There's no way. There's no way that's real. If that's real, that is fucking hilarious. I hope that's real. I hope to God that's real, actually. But, like, how? You had to have been at the coffin. First of all, you would have had to bring your snake to a funeral, which that's like the number one rule of funerals. You don't do that. And it had to have been in your purse, or you said it's in your bag or whatever, and you would have had to have been looking at the coffin, and it would have had to come out of the bag, and then everyone in line for the open casket had to have seen that happen. Like, they had to have been like looking away and not seeing that happen. And then they closed it and didn't find the snake? I don't know. Read a real story? Hey, I told you guys, I'm bound by the random number generator, okay? I couldn't possibly sift through 2,000 submissions. This is how we do it, you know? This is how we get down, bro. Maybe I do need to sit down and vet some of these out, because there's a small percentage that would be good. I'm trying to find some that are not just... I need to assemble a team.
When I was 14, I stole around 400 pounds from my mom to buy drugs. She never found out, but I still feel super bad about it.
How much is 400 pounds? I don't know anything about. What is 400 pounds? $2. That's $500? You stole $500 from your poor mom? At 14? Good lord. You know what I was doing at 14? Going to Sunday service. You know what I was doing at 14? I was going to youth group on Wednesday nights. I wasn't stealing $500 from my mom. My mom also didn't carry around $500 ever. Stealing from Walmart? Yeah, but protein powder like a few times, $500 to buy like heroin or something? No. I'm a great guy. You know, I did that once or twice when I was a 16-year-old boy. 851. You need to confess to? I mean, I have plenty of confessions, but honestly, most of the stuff I would confess to I've already talked about on stream. This one's in all caps.
I go to a Christian private school and I got freaky in the back of a charter bus with my family on there with a dude who had a girlfriend.
Oh, wow. I didn't catch that last part. Interesting. Yeah, more like charter bust. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, charter bust, dude. Need a break from the debate. What's popping? What up? I'm also watching the debate on my second monitor right here. I don't know. I mean, that's not that crazy. I mean, the cheating thing is pretty crazy, but, you know. It sounds like you guys are in high school, so that's pretty par for the course for a boyfriend in high school, you know. Got freaky in the back of a charter bus. In front of people? Like, how many people are on the bus? You know what I'm saying? Hot dog, thank you for the 2 months. Oh, my family on there. Holy fuck, hold on. I missed details of this.
I go to a Christian private school and I got freaky in the back of a charter bus with my family on there with a dude who had a girlfriend.
Okay, that is that crazy. I said it was not that crazy. I kind of proofread this beforehand and I thought I got the full story. Good lord. What do we mean by freaky? It doesn't even matter. That's ridiculous. Your family, your poor family, private Christian school, poor God, poor Jesus Christ watching from above, poor that guy's girlfriend, you know? You should be ashamed of yourself, is what I think. I forgot that I was pretending to be the pastor here, and you won't get into heaven. Know that, okay? Not on God's bus. You're gonna have to repent. Mia, thank you for the 7 months. All right, next one. 807.
Dear Father, please forgive for whatever I am going to say, but I promise it's not as bad as it sounds. But today I was in court due to a little minor accident. I just got back. And the reason I got called was because this TikTok that surfaced about a man rear-ending a family of 5 and none of them survived except for the person who rear-ended them. Sure, though I posted it, I didn't seem to understand why I am getting a 50-year sentence and having my license revoked. I wasn't even a part of it, I promise. Just don't ask why my car is totaled.
Okay. So, it seems that you were involved. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's someone doing a bit, but if only. You know, that would be a real juicy confession if you rear-ended a family of 5 and you were the only survivor. Thank you, Eden Lovey-Dovey, for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Do-do-do-do-do. God shouting out gifted subs when people get baptized. If you make up a confession, make them funny and realistic, yeah. I've always thought about the gifted sub thing, like if you're doing an apology. I've talked about this before, but like, you know how some people do those apology streams, which also never a good idea. But the people that'll do like, you know, coming clean about the allegations live stream, and they'll be here. I thought it'd be funny to like, you shout out gifted subs like in the middle, you know, you're like, and I'm so sorry. I know you guys have probably heard about the allegations, and I want to sincerely apologize for everyone I've hurt. That is not me. Juicy Balls 17, thank you. Thank you for the gifted sub. Anyways, I didn't mean to say those slurs. I didn't mean that at all. Big Jigglies, thank you for the 2 gifted. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I never meant. That's not who I am as a person. It's not. It's not representative of who I'd like to be. Adolf Klittler, thank you for the prime sub. Appreciate it. Mrs. Breast. Okay, next one. 9. MILF Lover, thank you for the 1 gifted. That was a real one that just happened now. We're not doing the bit anymore. I made a serious lapse in my judgment. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's no way this one's real.
I once did a musically at the Holocaust Museum. Not my best moment.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh man. That's like the one, have you seen the musically of like that dude's grandpa dying on the hospital bed and he's like doing the musically, you know what I'm talking about? You've got horrific images of the Holocaust behind you. You're retrograding in front of, you know, just the worst images you've ever seen. Oh man, I believe that one to be true. Oh, renegade, you're renegading. I'm retrograding, sorry, my mind's on astrology right now. My bad. I don't remember, dude. It's been forever. I don't know shit about the renegade. Excuse me, you're renegading in front of the horrific Holocaust images. Sorry, guys. I always got astrology on my mind. That's my bad. Oh, man. What was I going to say? Someone asked if TikTok is down. My TikTok was down. I don't know if y'all's was. None of my shit was loading. But I can still post. Is that just me or nah? Mine is down. Mine was too. Yeah, it still is. TikTok is fucked. Okay. Well, they finally got us, guys. The debate is happening right now, and the bill is finally passed. Yeah, my comments weren't loading. That's what it was. Whew. Just you, bro. It's actually just a you issue, so We're all good over here. Yeah, it's that goddamn woke media, bro. 11:09. My TikTok is fine. You'll just have good connection. That might be it. Oh my god. Okay, this one is off to a good start, and then the end was ridiculous, so I don't think that's true. This is just a submission that says my dog fucked my ass. Okay, this sucks. This sucks. I need to filter. Yeah, we got some stinkers, guys. Let's get some stinkers in the chat. Stinkers. Stinkers. So many stinkers. Okay, here's a short and sweet confession.
I'm a 26-year-old virgin.
Let's listen to that one more time.
I'm a 26-year-old virgin.
Let's run that back. Let's run that back.
I'm a 26-year-old virgin. I'm a 26-year-old virgin.
I'm sorry. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. It doesn't matter. You'll be fine. Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I literally just thought of my own confessions that I could say. And they just completely left my mind. Interesting. You're supposed to be a pastor? Does the pastor... Oh, yeah, I guess I did just laugh in this person's face. They go to a confessional booth. Actually, I mean, that would be best case scenario at a confessional booth. You don't want to go to the confessional and be like, I had sex, you know? Like, he would actually be turned that you hadn't had sex before marriage. Does the pastor do his turn, too? When you give a confession? Is the pastor like, let me confess now as well? I've been masturbating this whole time. You know, like, classic pastor. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, don't say, huh, like that's something a pastor wouldn't do, you know? Next one. Pastor tries to one-up you. Oh, you got in a car accident and killed 3 people? Well, I got in one and I killed 4, actually. So, sorry. 8:51. 11:09.
Me, I had to pee after school really bad and I couldn't make it all the way into the house because I thought my dad was gone and the door was locked. So I peed outside in front of his office window because I obviously thought he was gone and I couldn't make it any farther, and he took a picture of me and sent it to my mom.
I completely zoned out. Completely zoned out for a second. Hold on.
Me, I had to pee after school really bad and I couldn't make it all the way into the house because I thought my dad was gone and the door was locked. So I peed outside in front of his office window because I obviously thought he was gone and I couldn't make it any farther, and he took a picture of me and sent it to my mom.
Interesting. Good lord, man. That's called pedophilia. Okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit on that one. We don't have to be so, you know, while that is a little bit weird, if it's your... He was probably just making fun of his daughter to the wife, you know? Like, he was probably just like, wow, they're peeing outside. You know, let's take a chill pill a little bit, you know? Reaching a little bit. But, you know, and especially if it's like like this dude taking a piss, like, right outside your window and it's your son, you're like... I mean, the picture is weird, but I'm saying, like, we don't have to be, like, child pornography, like, you know. But humiliating for the son there. Humiliating for the son. Humiliating. That reminds me of the time I mean, it's not exactly the same situation, but I was like changing when I was like a kid or something. You just said daughter? I can't remember if it's the daughter or the son. I guess they don't say. I guess, I don't know. I don't know if it's a daughter or a son. But if it's a son, it's like guys piss outside all the time. Anyways. What I was saying is, when I was like when I was in like 5th grade or something, one time I was changing in the, you know, my room as per usual, as you do. I just got out of the shower, and I remember I had this friend who was my neighbor, right, and he lived across the street from me, and he like went up to my window one time, this particular night when I just got out of the shower, and he was like banging on my window trying to get my attention, and I like didn't know. And he was watching me as I was, like, naked in my room. And then the next day, he was like, dude, I saw you naked yesterday. You're so gay for that. He was like, dude, you're so gay. I saw you naked yesterday. That was crazy. He was like, you're literally so gay, you were naked. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? What? We were like, I don't know, 9 or 10 or something. He was like, bro, you're so gay for being naked. Come on. I was like, wouldn't it be the other way around? Come on, you were spying on me. So that's what that reminds me of a little bit. Like, oh, you were naked, bro? And I remember going to my dad. And I was like, Dad, am I gay for being naked? He was like, what? He was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know. My friend told me. I don't know. Let's do the next one. Every gay person has been naked before. I think there's a direct link. That's probably true. Naked and Gay. That show. You guys remember that TLC show? Alright. Next one. 1185. Alright, this is another P one. Another piss one.
One time, a few years ago, when I was like 8 to 9, I have no idea why, but my brother had pissed me off. So, he was like sleeping in another bed or something, and I asked my mom if I could sleep in his bed that night. Anyway, she told me yes, and so I pretended to had accidentally pee in his bed while I was asleep. It was no accident.
Just pissing on your brother as an act of revenge. Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, a few years ago when I was 8 to 9? Are you fucking 12 years old watching the stream? Let me say this right now. If you are, 12 to 15 to that, I mean, technically the Twitch stream is 18 plus. I'm not going to put anybody in jail. Do not fucking watch the stream if you're 12 years old, dude. Get the fuck out of here, alright? Good lord. I'm 13 LMAO. Get the fuck out of, what are you doing here? I'm crazy. I say crazy shit. I'm trying to think, though. When I was 13, you couldn't stop me from watching anything. When I was 15, you couldn't stop me from watching anything, dude. Like, I would watch, oh my god, I used to watch Shane Dawson when I was in 7th grade. I was 12 in 7th grade, and he was pretty filthy. Dude, a lot of y'all, this shit is not sweet for y'all, bruh. This shit is not sweet for y'all, bruh. Good lord. What the hell? What the hell is happening right now? Anyways, hilarious act of revenge. Hilarious act of revenge to pee. We're getting away from the topic here. Hilarious act of revenge to pee on your brother. If he makes you angry, you just pee all over your brother. You're like, hell yeah. Alright guys, we're not doing goddamn age roll call, okay? That's not what we're doing. We're not doing it. I'm talking... Oh, and there are ads. Interrupted. Perfect. So, don't you get banned for saying you're right? I mean, I have no idea. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, to pee on your brother is an act of revenge. It's very funny. I used to have such a bad problem peeing myself. Like a really bad problem peeing myself when I was younger. Like, I peed the bed for so long, For so long, I peed the bed. And yeah, I had my closet filled with Huggies. And I've told that story a bunch, but I had a friend over one time, and I was way too old to wear Huggies. And he was going in the closet, and I was like, no, don't go in the closet. And he opened it, and then a mountain of Huggies just, fell to the ground, all over him. I was like, shit, no. But anyways, I had such a bad problem with it. I used to have this babysitter who wasn't really that much of a babysitter. I was old enough to be, fine alone, but she would just, house sit. And I had completely pissed myself during a nap. Zaza, I think, was the one gifted. Completely pissed myself during a nap, and then she, came in, and she was like, did you fucking pee yourself? And I was like, no, I did not. I did not pee myself. She was like, you're soaking wet. I was like, I'm sweating a lot? I'm sweating a lot, actually. So... yeah, I was 20 years old in this story. She was like, you're obviously not just sweating that much. I was like, I'm just super sweaty, especially in the crotch area. I don't know what to tell you. I smell like pee. Never admitted to it, but I think she figured me out. Yeah, the hibachi piss boy. All right, next one. 25. Oh, this is an early one. This is an early one. Okay, that one sucks. Okay, this one's hilarious because they're Canadian.
I took toonies from my grandma for bus fare.
Hilarious. So funny. For some reason, Canadians call money toonies and loonies and doonies and shit. Stupid country. Made up, colorful money. Yeah, I don't know. We've heard so many stories tonight about people stealing money to do things, stealing money from their families. It's been made very clear, guys, that you would stop at nothing to steal from your family, your poor family. Are there no Doonies? Sorry.
I took toonies from my grandma for bus fare.
Took fucking toonies, dude. What's a toonie, bruh? Is that like $10 or something? All right, next one. Okay, a lot of the early ones fucking blow cock.
I spend all my paychecks on vaping.
Hilarious. We're all pointing and laughing at you. All your paycheck? Do you make $20? Like, what do you mean, all your paycheck? Dunning, thank you for the Prime sub. If you're assuming $20, let's say $20 a week on vaping, you're making $40 bi-weekly? You're spending all of your paycheck on vaping? Or are you vaping so much that you're spending like a normal salary on vaping? Yeah, at least get you know, if you're gonna have that addiction, at least make it look cool, you know. Smoke it like an American spirit. Passamir Day. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, all the awkward amount of silence is just me trying to find a story or a confession here.
I have the bones from the leg of a rabbit casually sitting on my dresser in my room. My dad didn't know I had them for almost 2 years and just found out about them. He's now threatening to dig up my dead pets and let me keep their bones as WEL.
Is this Jeffrey Dahmer Jr. or something? I don't understand what's happening. Listen, guys, if you have bones of any variety as decor in your room, you're on track. You're on track. You're closer to being a serial killer than the people who don't have bones in their room, is what I'm going to say. And then I guess the dad is really sticking it to you and being like, well, if you want to keep these bones, I'm going to dig up your dead pets and let you keep their bones. Word of advice for you, as your pastor that you're confessing to. Get rid of the bones. I don't know. You don't need the bones. I don't know what the point is. Isn't the leg of a rabbit like a good luck thing or something, though? I don't know. What if they were already dead? I'm just saying that's like a gateway drug, bruh. Next thing you know, you're picking up roadkill and you're taxidermying them. Next thing you know, you're killing the family pet or something. Just look out for it. Be careful. Next thing you know, you're a cannibal now. That's how it starts. Gateway drug. 983, 983. A foot of a rabbit is good luck, not the leg. Maybe that's what they meant. I don't know. Oh my god, this one's so long. But is it good? Some of these I can tell were written by, 15 or 16-year-olds. Some of these, just how the stories are told, I'm like, okay, that's what... There's so many piss ones. Your reading face is so funny. Yeah, it's my thinking face. I realize that, like, when I focus, I breathe very loud, so I'm trying to be more conscious of my breathing, so I'm not just like...
My grandpa died and I didn't cry at his funeral at all for him. In my defense, he was an absolute asshole because he dipped before my mom was even born and he had like at least 8 wives in his life. Times so.
It's funny how it split that up. Lifetime so. Yeah, you don't have to cry at your grandpa's funeral, dude. I didn't cry at I had Mama, which we talked about extensively yesterday, and Mama, my dad's mom, had a new husband, and we called him Pawpaw. I didn't give 2 shits about Pawpaw, dude. He didn't like when I ran around and played tag. That pissed me off. But I didn't know him. He wasn't my grandfather. He was just some guy, like he had just been married into the family. So I didn't know him. He, like 2 years before he died, he like popped into the family. And I was just like, this is just some dude. So when he died, I was at his funeral. And I remember everyone crying, like all my cousins crying. And I was like, why am I not crying right now? I remember pretending to cry. I must have been 7 when he died. Like all my cousins are crying. And I was trying to be like, oh, it's so sad, And you remember I wouldn't let us play tag? It's like I keep bringing it up. I'm like, yeah, like all the times he wouldn't let us play fucking tag in his living room. God. Oh yeah, sorry. But it's so sad. We miss him. Good night, fella. Fun stream. Appreciate it. Good night.
This is my confession, father fella. I use my rose toy just about every night. At this rate, it's an actual addiction. I've tried to stop, but the thoughts are simply too much. Please, father, tell me what to do.
Okay. So I don't know if this one's real or not, because for some reason the rose toy is like a hot meme right now. I also, side note, I've been big on Instagram Reels recently. Dude, Instagram Reels, so much better than TikTok. My biggest platform is on TikTok, but, you know, I was on it last night just giggling to myself. Anyways, I'm saying there's a reel I saw last night of this girl like dancing and being like, rose toys coming in tomorrow. It's the best. No way you're down for the reels brain rot? Well, your reels are probably different than mine. I don't know. I've curated mine. They're not brain rot at all. It's fucking hilarious. TikTok is more brain rot than anything. TikTok, I go on TikTok and I feel like I've lost, you know, brain cells every time I get on there. I become a dumber human being having been on the app. Big Sand Eater, thank you for the 3 months. Anyways, so, yeah, you use your rose toy every night. It's an addiction. You know, if you keep using it that often, though, it's going to be like putting a fucking, what are those things called? Like a sandstone grinder down there. You know, you got to be careful. You don't want to wear that thing out, you know. Like a pressure washer down there. But another point from this is like, are the rose toys taking our jobs, you know? Is the rose toy too perfect of an invention, you know? Because once you achieve perfection, you know, what's the point? And then will the human race die out? You can't marry and have a big, beautiful family with a rose toy, you know? But you won't be satisfied. So, what's going on there? Is this the beginning of the end of civilization as we know it? Just gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful, dude. Because, I mean, same thing with guys, though. Like, I know some guys, if they got a hold of, like, a really powerful, realistic fleshlight, dude, they're never fucking leaving the house ever again. They're never gonna talk to a female as long as they live. You know? So we just gotta be careful, guys. We're on thin ice here as a society. This is basically the plot for Detroit. This is the plot for Terminator 2 Salvation. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it's called. Judgment Day. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, dude. I've always been wary of technology taking over because I watched that when I was a kid. All right. We are coming up on the last 6. It's looking like. I'm trying to find one deeper than just like one time I kissed this guy. Dude, this one's fucking crazy. I'm gonna react to this one and then I'm gonna go pee. This can't be real unless you were like 40 years old. All right.
When my sister and I were younger, we used to purposely poop outside just to watch our dog eat it. We did it more than once.
What? Why is there Willis? Willis, no. Willis, stop. That can't be real. That really can't be real. But if you think about it, if you're like super duper young, like if you're like 4 or 5 and you don't know any better, like this is obviously sadistic once you have like a conscience. But like if you're like 4 and you don't know and you just think it's funny to poop and that your dog will like eat the poop, that's the only way I could even comprehend this being real. It's the only way. Electric chair. Yeah, that's disgusting. But like what purpose did this serve? Some of these I wish they were more detailed just because I do not understand the intention behind this one. Yeah, so guys, this stream is sponsored by the police. And a lot of y'all are getting locked up after this, all right? We've had the police force a part of this. They've been a part of this whole operation, ladies and gentlemen. This is a sting operation. So, you know, while I've been doing this stream right here, the police have been sifting through all of these submissions as well. And justice will be served, okay? That whole pastor thing, that was a ploy, right, to get you guys to confess. And now, yeah. Yep. I really wish my soundboard was plugged in right now. Yep, found him. Yep, that's the guy that used to poop in front of his dog and make his dog eat it. There he is. Yep, right there. There's the person that stole $400 from their Mima or whatever. Yep, there we go. Yep. You sound like a news guy. I am on the news. You might remember me from Fox News. I had a segment on there. My name is Tucker Carlson. Valts, thank you for the prime sub. Okay, I gotta pee really bad. Maybe I can leave the presidential debate on while I pee.
Next up is the Republican National Convention, so we've still got...
Oh man, we missed it. But at least we can watch the Republican National Convention, guys.
several weeks before we get to the Democratic National
Yes.
Convention, Tom, and a lot could happen between now and then.
Yes.
Kristen Welker for us. Kristen.
Who the fuck are these people for
We thank
real?
you
I
for
don't
that
know
debate.
anything about politics.
Everything else, I thought President Biden was presidential with just bringing up.
We are fucked. We're so fucked as a I thought President Biden was presidential. We're fucked, people. We're fucked. These are the people that control that control the polls, dude. Everyone's 90 years old, bruh. What are we talking about? Oh, he was presidential. President Trump. Hold on. God damn it. I looked up President Trump save us, and it's all just debate shit. I want the girl that's pooping, yeah.
President Trump, if you see this, please save us. I don't even see our American flag anymore. Biden, stop
Is this the one where she's shitting? There's one where she's straight up taking big poops.
with some kind of crazy flag.
It's this one.
This is America. This is our land. Please, President Trump. Please, please. I hope you have a plan. God, please save us. Save us from the devil, please. Y'all, I'm about to have a panic attack.
So these had to be added in post, right? She wasn't actually shitting this much.
This is our country. Our country. This is awful. God, please save us.
There's no fucking way.
In the ice, like a blizzard. When we drink, we do it right.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Let us continue. 141, I believe, is where we're at. All right, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Are we ready for the next one? Was a long piss? Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of fluids.
I've been secretly smoking weed for the past 2 years. I've been secretly smoking weed for the past 2 years.
Get him, get him. Yeah, good fucking luck trying to get into heaven. That one sucked. Let's do the next one.
I once had sex with a guy and moaned my ex's name, and I still don't know if he ever heard it or not cause he never said anything about it. Also, I'm farting.
Interesting. I don't know why you added the also I'm farting part. Yeah, that's crazy. If I were that guy, I'm jumping off a building. There's no chance. There's no chance. There's literally not a chance in hell. And how do you even do that? You know, you must have been actively thinking of that guy. Guys, I'm going to confess to something. Here's my confession. I added the farting part. I'm sorry. I just wanted to hear the AI voice say it. Tori, thank you for the 3 months. Next one. 685. I mean, that was almost refreshing. That one is pretty tame comparatively. Okay, that one's insane. This one is Cat Life, thank you for the 6 months. Tierra W, thank you for the tier 1. Okay.
So I was at a RV park late at night and these kids keep messing with me and my friends, so eventually one of them starts chasing me around with a giant log, so my instincts kick in and I grab it out of his hands and accidentally hit him on the head, and he had brain problems and their parents started yelling at me and was like, "Where is your parents?" My parents were in the woods. Were you? Couldn't see them, and so we snuck around the angry parents camper and ran for our lives. Now I have PTSD when someone yells at me. Yes, this is a true story.
Boo, sticker, boo. Boo. Oh, man. Boo, this story, boo. I thought, see, I just kind of, also PTSD. Now I have PTSD from when someone yells at me. I think we use words too frequently. Or we use certain words too frequently. PTSD, crazy. And then also, ran for your lives? They were gonna kill you? Tomatoes. I'm throwing tomatoes. You know who has PTSD? Veterans that were having bombs dropped on them. No, I'm kidding. I'm being a little bit hyperbolic. But I thought the reason I picked this one, the second half of the story is so unnecessary. Yes, that's how sometimes you can tell someone's age with the stories, because it could have been a hard stop after hitting this guy with a stick. But I thought the reason that I chose this one is I thought they were saying that they hit this person over the head with a stick and then they had like brain issues for the rest of their life and they like completely changed their lives. That's what I thought. But that's not what it was at all. This guy just had brain problems and, you know, his parents were upset that she hit him with a stick. Damn, dude, that one blue balls me. I thought that one was going to be crazy. Stinker. That's what happens, guys. You're going to have some stinkers. Gonna have some stinkers. Fellow replay, it doesn't matter. You don't want to listen to that one. No way this one's true.
I used to take dogs and wait for posters to go up and get money.
Oh my god, dude.
I used to take dogs and wait for posters to go up and get money.
You can't hate the hustle, bruh. You can't hate the hustle. You can't hate a young entrepreneur, dude. That's some Gary Vee shit, bruh. There's no such thing as being broke. I'm Gary Vee. It kind of sounds more like Ben Shapiro. Oh, you think you're broke? Go outside. Steal a dog. Wait for a wanted poster with a bounty to come up. Give the dog back. Money. Money moves. Money moves. I found your dog, but I will only give your dog back if you increase the price. Creamy Alfredo, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Willis, God! Willis didn't die, that guy took him, exactly. There's no fucking way that one's true. I mean, maybe. Maybe it's true and they're finally confessing during the confessional stream. What up, bruh?
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm just doing a little streamy stream.
Little streamy.
Little streamy. I'm reacting to Chad's confessions.
Oh.
And some of them, it's either disgusting or shitty, or some of them are pretty good.
Can you tell that I got steak sauce in my eyeball?
I can. I was going to ask if you were having an allergic reaction. Or if you were high or something.
No, it flew straight into my eyeball. And I just
She came to the, she's sitting, she's not going to come on camera. There's no way.
I
Yeah,
can't,
she's not
I
going to come
can't,
on
my
camera.
eye-
She looks like she's having an allergic reaction.
Just imagine a swollen, red, almost shut eyeball.
Right, imagine that. Now, I didn't want to say anything, but I thought you looked a little
I
odd.
can tell by the way you were looking at me when I was talking to you, you're like,
That'll happen. She's a firefighter.
yeah, exactly.
So I don't really know why she's got steak sauce in her eye, but
And you're a surgeon.
yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, I love you.
No, she's not a firefighter. Can you guys not tell when I'm being sarcastic? Why would she ever be a firefighter? I got steak sauce in my eye at work at the firefighting. Oh, did I not say I love you back? I love you too, bruh. Fuck. A lot of these remind me of that. You guys remember that meme of the pee drawer? It was like the mom posting on Facebook, like, hell nah, I'm beating my kid's ass. He's got a piss drawer. And it's just a drawer full of, like, pee. Yeah, when mom finds the piss drawer.
I was at a guy's apartment and he was in the shower and I had really bad diarrhea, so I did what I had to do and shit on his carpet in the basement thinking to...
So you did what you had to do? So naturally I did what I had to do, which was shit on the floor. I think this one's fake too. This one's too ridiculous. No human being is gonna be like, I had to poop so I shit on the floor naturally.
I was at a guy's apartment and he was in the shower and I had really bad diarrhea, so I did what I had to do and shit on his carpet in the basement thinking to just blame his dog and thought he wouldn't be going to the basement anyway that night. After he showered he came out and asked if I wanted to play video games, so I said sure, only to find out his gaming setup was in his basement. We walked down the steps and he stepped into my shit. He then threw up onto the same carpet and apologized profusely about his dog and the fact he vomited in front of me.
Okay, see, this is funny, but I don't think it's real. Willis took the fall. We called her Miss Breast for obvious reasons. That's still one of my favorite ones from tonight. So naturally, we called her Miss Breast. The teacher in the story, I will be calling her Miss Breast on account of her breasts. Yeah, this one's fucking bullshit. But, you know, if it were real, would be kind of funny. Yeah, because then you just, what, you had a no wiper or you just had stinky, poopy booty? You're dripping, there's shit coming out of your ankles, like dropping down through your pants. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry about my dog. You're like, yeah, your dog. There's a trail of poop up the stairs to where you're standing. That's not, there's no way that's real. That's not real, bruh. 6:36. I think the next time I do one of the Google Docs things, it will just be like the therapy session again, because I think this one leaves way for too many like confusing stories or like just straight up non-truths. Not that the advice ones are exactly truths, but I'm having a way harder time picking ones for this than the therapy one. Or maybe I just vet it out more. I kind of had this idea out of nowhere. Q&A would be a good one too. I think that'll probably be the next Google Docs or Google Forms thing. I like doing these though. I think I like just chatting streams a lot. Ugh. This one's long as hell. And I'm not even going to vet it out. I'm just going to let it happen.
One day I used my dad's wireless earbuds for a meeting, and when I was done I gave them back all good. Everything was fine. Except for one small problem. I forgot to remove the Bluetooth device from my phone. Fast forward a good amount of time, probably weeks later, I'm straight jorking it, as one does, sue me. I have my own AirPods in, but the volume keeps cutting in and out, so I think that's weird, something's wrong. I checked my Bluetooth and it was connected to my old man's wireless earbuds. My shit softens real quick and I turn off Bluetooth. I wasn't sure if he knew it was me or not. Fast forward a few more weeks later, I'm sick so I'm in my room, not jorking it this time, just scrolling through TikTok.
Nice, dude.
I fall asleep and enter a fever dream, so when my dad walked into my room to ask a question about his phone I had no idea what the fuck was going on. He said his wireless earbuds were playing some random ass dude's motivational speech about how he didn't shoot up a school. I realized that was the last TikTok I saw before I passed out, so I told him my phone must have auto-connected or something. Now you can imagine this is where someone might start connecting the dots, and my old man ain't an idiot. My father started, that's really weird, something like this with my earbuds happened a while ago, and then he just stopped, said nothing. Walked out of the room. I was faded off the fever cart, so I just passed out again after that. I deleted the device like a couple days later before I jorked it.
Well written. Well, that's the first one longer than a paragraph that was listenable. Amazing. Amazing. Alec Handler, thank you for the prime sub. Madeline Dink, thank you for the prime sub. Mwah. Chef's kiss, dude. That has always been a fear of mine. Playing something and then it not, like playing something and my Bluetooth device is connected. I mean, God forbid you're watching pornography and your dad can hear the pornography, dude. Oh, man. That's so much worse because you just don't know. Like, it's nothing like accidentally playing porn out loud or something, which is embarrassing, but at least you know. Like, the idea of like, oh, maybe he saw and then he totally did. Or maybe he heard and then he totally did. Oh. Jiggle Cats, thank you for the one gifted. But that's the thing about guys, Like, if my son were caught watching porn, like, I imagine my wife would be freaking out, and I'd be like, well, is it normal porn, or is it, like, weird-ass shit? And if it's normal porn, I'd be like, okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Fella, that's icky? Okay. It's also real life. Your son will be, Your son, especially in the future, holy God. I don't even want to imagine, because, like, when I was a young man, having to watch it was like, I at least had an iPad or something like that, or like an iPod, or, maybe sneak on the family's computer or something. But in the future, I mean, they're going to be in like the fucking AI metaverse, just connected to like a robot or something. There's no way. There's no way you don't catch your kid. Bro, any type of that stuff is crazy? First time chat? Guys, are we not living in real life right now? Come on. You know what I'm saying? That's what guys have, most of the boys have been there. And maybe the girl, I can't speak on the ladies, but, maybe they have as well. But, the girls even getting horny? No. Have you ever been caught? Tell us your story. I talked about this the other day, maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. My mom saw me in the bathroom one time. And I walked outside and I was like, I can't believe you walked in on me peeing like that, Mom. So weird. She was like, okay, sure. Was that yesterday? Interesting. Well, there you go. There it is one more time. All right. We're coming up on the last two, I believe. Actually, no, this is the last one. 503. Okay. This can't be the one we end on, bruh.
My name is Walter Hartwell White.
Okay.
I live at 308 Negra Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104.
This is my confession.
Guys, I don't think this one's real. I don't think this one is a real confession, actually. Guys, I don't think this one's real right now. And whoever this guy is just doxed himself on my stream. So, dude, I cannot find a good one to end this on.
I am secretly 3 raccoons in a trench coat. I frequently visit thrift stores and shove mass amounts of trinkets in my pockets.
Oh my god. I can't find a good one to end on.
I steal weed from my dad.
Oh my god. I don't even have it in me to do the bit anymore, dude. Are you chronically not online? Do you guys think I don't know it's from Breaking Bad? Because I don't. I don't even know what that show is. I swear to dude, these are like all in a row. These are all in a row. These are some of the stinkiest stinkers. Listen to this one. Confession. Let's go. Here we go.
Gooning in the back of a Wendy's.
Sure. Whatever. Go nuts, dude. Miami Minda. Thank you for the 3 months. Sure. That's what. Fine. Who cares? Oh my god. It's honestly kind of funny. Okay. This one. This is going to be the one we end on. Here we go.
I love vitamins, like the chewable gummies. One time when I was 6, I ate an entire bottle of the Flintstone sour gummy vitamins while watching an episode of SpongeBob. I thought this was just a one-time occurrence and that I'd grow out of this addiction. But as an adult, I still find myself buying vitamin gummies and eating them throughout the day like they're fruit snacks.
Dare I say based. Dare I say based is fucking shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Not a crazy confession, but I don't even know the repercussions of eating that many vitamins. I used to when I was a kid. I'd eat a shit ton of vitamins and then like nothing really would happen. Oh my god, I'm trying to find one that's good but not too insane.
Eve never watched one of your...
No, that's... Hold on.
Eve never watched...
What the fuck is Eve?
I've never watched one of your streams, just clips of them on TikTok. I'm sorry.
Wow. Wow. What the fuck? What the fuck is up with that, dude? Fake. Fake. That really ticks me off. That really pisses me off, dude. What the fuck? That means you probably saw my Instagram story and you submitted this via Instagram story. Shame. When I find you... Oh. Your email is connected to this Google form. I'll find you on every social and I'll block your ass. You'll never be able to watch anything. Shame.
In 3rd grade or something, I lied about knowing a kid with cancer who died so I could talk to the school counselor in Miss Class.
What? That's the most extreme. That's the most extreme option. That's the most extreme option.
In 3rd grade...
Sorry, I had someone with cancer died that I know. My bad.
In 3rd grade or something, I lied about knowing a kid with cancer who died so I could talk to the school counselor in Miss Class.
Oh my god. You could have come up with literally anything. You went straight for cancer. Cancer's the worst one. You can't be like, I know someone with cancer and they died. Also, 3rd grade? Wild lie. Insane. Hustler. Real hustler. What can I say?